Well, good morning again, everybody. It's Tracy, Asana Monkey, back here for a yoga practice this morning. Again, this is a comfy spot on the floor. If that's not your yoga mat, if you don't have one, maybe it's a towel, something to kind of land yourself in a hopefully quiet spot in your house. I do have a couple of blocks handy, just in case my arms aren't long enough today. Just helps you get to the floor. And if you don't have blocks at home, I would look for a couple of like similarly shaped hard-covered books. Yeah, that's probably the gist of it. So let's get started by finding Tadasana, landing on the mat or your towel, wherever you're going to be for today, with your feet underneath your lungs. Shoulders are down and back, finding length in the neck that allows the ears to hopefully be over those shoulders without lifting or lowering the chin. Just relax the arms left and right. And as always with yoga, we're going to find our breath. So to start here, if it's comfortable, close down your eyes. And if not, maybe gaze towards the floor. Just find that center and feel the breath come in. And feel the breath go out. And as that breath comes in, just concentrate on that inhale. And as the breath goes out, just concentrate on that exhale. For every yoga practice, we will let the breath be the leader and allow any movement that is combined in conjunction with the breath. We're going to allow the movement to follow the breath. The breath takes first priority and the movement matches it. So from that position up to Tadasana, just allow the arms to float into that halfway lifted position. Sometimes I turn to the side, that's just so you can see, you don't have to change your aspect. And exhale, release. So again, the inhale is just kind of like that halfway lift. And the exhale is allowing those arms to float back down. See if you can travel for the whole length of that nice long inhale that you just established. And then again, exhaling, use the whole breath of the exhale to arrive back down where you started. And the next time that those arms are lifted into that kind of zombie position, I call it, or half mask, we'll come into some shoulder awareness. So on the inhale breath, protract the shoulders, feel like those shoulder blades are getting away from each other, wrapping around towards the sides of your body. And then on the exhale, retract the shoulder blades, squeeze the shoulder blades together as if they're trying to kiss each other behind you. Again, the inhale is the length. The protraction, the exhale is the retraction and squeeze of the shoulder blades together. One more time like that, we float those arms. Seemingly they're getting longer. And then seemingly they're getting shorter. And then just in that halfway, kind of more neutral position, either protracted or retracted, let the arms float back down. And then we'll aggressively come into elevation on the inhale and depression on the exhale. Shoulders down, down, down and away. Inhale, they elevate. And exhale, they depress. Get farther away from your ears. One more time, inhale to reach up with those shoulders. Exhale, they come down and away from your ears. And then again, just more neutral and comfy with those shoulders. And the arms elevate entirely from each side of your body. Inhale to reach, reach, reach. Shoulders coming up to ears here. And then as you exhale, see if the hands can find each other and fingers interlace behind your back. Just monitor your resistance in your shoulders here. Feel on the inhale that you can bend deeply into the elbow and lift. And then on the exhale, again, kind of depressing those shoulders, lengthening the arms, retracting blades so the shoulder blades squeeze together at the back. Inhale for height. And exhale, find your version of this kind of elongating and squeezing into long, long arms. 2 more with your breath here. Inhale for height. And exhale to depress. Lengthen. Last time. Good. Your next inhale breath, unclasp, reach all the way up, 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 and over. And then this time, interlace to the front. Inhale is long spine. Exhale, tuck the tail, C-shape the spine, chins to chest, shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale for length. And exhale to contract and shorten that front side of the body. Okay, keep your breath moving and come into that movement. And in that C shape, intend your hip bones towards your low ribs. Okay, inhale for length, integrity and poise. And exhale, contract that front side of the body. Squeeze those hips towards your low ribs. Okay, inhale for length. Exhale for tuck. And find the contraction. Find those abdominal muscles here. Good. Let's inhale. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen the arms. Reach up. Reach up. However you want to dive forward, monitoring those hamstrings for a forward fold here. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Here for the first one, for sure. That's all you gotta do, just love. It's so simple. That's all. From here, on the inhale, you're coming halfway lifted to feel like the number 7. Again, keeping that neutral spine in mind this time. Exhale again, bending knees as needed to fold forward. Halfway lift. And fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Good. Next time you're in that halfway lifted position, let's stay here. Whether your hands are on your shins or on your blocks is up to you, but I'm going to keep everything coming in towards my spine from all directions, contracting the core, and then finding this kind of like figure 8, drawing circles with my hips, figure 8. Shorten one side of body and then lengthen and push it away. Shorten opposite side of body, lengthen and push away. And then as you're getting a little bit more into this, maybe take the feet a little bit wider. Start to bend the knees at the same time as you draw these figure 8s with your hips. Monitor your resistance here. Okay, come back to neutral. Stack those feet back underneath the hip joint. Find that core engagement and lift away from the earth and come back to standing. Shrug the shoulders down and back. Coming back to the Tadasana. Do your best to root into your right foot here. See if you can carry most of your weight there. And just allow whatever needs to happen with the rest of your body to happen until you can kind of land into some solidness there. Now depending on your practice, you're maybe just finding a spot on the floor to stare at here. If this is easy for you, then close your eyes. And again, allowing that fluidity to help you keep balance here on one foot. For 3 more breaths. Good, and release. Okay, find the other foot. It's your left foot this time. Okay, again, initially to start, I kept my eyes open. Started to play with this idea that I'm probably not going to be super stable once I close my eyes. Okay, keeping in mind that this standing foot is going to adjust at all times. Find a spot to stare at on the floor for practice. And if you have a little bit more to give here, close your eyes. What can you do with your core here, drawing things towards your spine to help stabilize in this position? Again, it's not going to be still. It's not tree, right? It's like a willow tree in the wind, kind of oscillating all over the place. For 2 more breaths. Good, and then come back. 2 feet on the mat. 2 feet feels good. Huh? 2 feet feels good. Inhale, reach up. Separate the feet a fair bit here so that as you start to sit into a squat position, you can keep your knees back of your toes. Okay, whether the toes are straight forward or straight back or turned out a little bit, the knees are going to track the toes. Okay, it's fluid, so we'll find the up and the down. Inhale for length, exhale to come down. Inhale for length, and exhale to come down. 2 more in movement. And then the next time your sync has arrived, just again start to play with this idea that you want to maybe connect the hands to the earth or the blocks and start to move. Again, this time my knees are more the leader of this kind of figure 8. And then can you reverse the direction a little bit? In that figure 8 you're drawing with your knees. I feel like you've evenly distributed those 8s between the right and the left foot. Reestablish feet under knees / hips. And then once more come away from that bend. Arms come left to right again, more or less to help with balance. As you root into the right foot, the left leg is coming for internal, external, and down. Switch sides, internal, external, and down. Okay, so it's kind of like an inhale here, and then exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, here a breath for 2 more per side. Still in that arrival or integration phase, trying to talk to your body about the idea of waking up. Hello. Time to move. Okay? So put a little flow together here. Just going to work through an inhale to reach. Okay? And as you exhale, hands come left to right, and your right knee comes to half mast, halfway lifted. On the next inhale, see if you can find that external rotation. And then exhale, bring it back and set it down all at the same time. Okay, from the top, inhale to reach. Exhale, hands are left to right. Inhale, left knee elevates. External rotation. Take another inhale breath here. And then exhale, bring it back. Set her down. Okay, again from the top. We'll just add in a little bit here. Inhale to reach. Exhale, side to side. Right knee lifts on the inhale. On the exhale, it comes to external rotation. This time on the inhale, bring it back to front and center. And then on the exhale, take it back. Think about a dart-like position. So for dart, I'm thinking ankle, knee, shoulder in alignment. So that the next inhale breath is the shoulders up and the arms up. Okay? And as you release your breath, you're going to find some core work here, some balance to bring that back leg forward. Try the other side. Inhale to reach. Exhale, left to right. Good. Knee up on the inhale. External rotation on the exhale. Inhale, it comes back to center. Exhale, you reach back with that leg. Keep your shoulder in line with your hip, in line with your foot, and then reach up on that in-breath. And then exhale, bring the back foot forward. Okay, all that again with some more adding in. That's all you gotta do, just reach up, rise up, keep those low ribs together as best you can, and then bring the back foot forward. Oh, I meant to add in. Leave the back foot back. Reach up. There we were. All right, now we'll add in by finding blocks. The blocks are a little bit behind that front foot. So the front knee is on top of the ankle. The blocks are behind that front foot so that as you shift that front leg to longish, then your shoulders are over top of your wrists. Okay, inhale is that low lunge position. Squeeze your long leg butt here. And then exhale, shift. Okay, we're going to go with a theme of 5 for movements. Okay, so when we get into a position and we go into that little mini flow, we'll do 5. So if your breath is a little faster, no problem. A little slower, even better. From that half split position, keep the front leg long and bring both of your blocks outside of that front leg. Both of your blocks outside of that front leg. Try and keep your lower half looking forward and looking straight back. And let the twist come from your torso. If you need a little bit more here, then you're going to pretend like you're pulling the mat backwards with your front leg and pull the mat forward with your back leg. Find 2 more breaths here. Gently start to bend into the front knee as you unravel from the twist. So you're coming back to a lowish lunge position, but put that front foot flat. So the knee is back on top of the ankle as a front. Using your right hand to find the block or the mat. And then lift into a twist here. So again, the low half of the body is coming straight forward and straight back. Take your left hand and let your left hand find your right ribs. And use that as a self-adjust to spin that torso into a twist. Keep the twist going, maybe elevate the top arm. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, think about this left elbow coming to your left knee. Shoulders come back to square. Movement with breath. Inhale to reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 breaths. And at any time here, you might drop your back knee. Okay, keep a squeeze going in your long leg butt. Again, that theme of 5 breaths in the movement is going to keep us towards this left foot here. Frame it. If the back knee was down, lift it. As best you can, you're bringing that back foot forward. And then inhale to reach. We're going into the other side. Exhale, hands come left to right, like a T. Good, your left knee on the inhale. Your external rotation on the exhale. Good, your inhale breath brings it back. Sneak it back to dart. Arms up, shoulders up on the inhale. Well, this is where we're going to add in properly this time. Find your blocks. Again, the blocks are a little bit behind that front foot, so that as you shift to a longish leg on the exhale breath, you're stacked as best you can. Inhale, bend the front knee, squeeze the long leg butt. Exhale, shift. For 2 more rounds of your breath here. We held into 2 longish legs. We brought the blocks outside the front leg for the twist. Again, lower half is still trying to look straight forward and straight back in the same planes as the long edge of your mat. Twist is from the upper body. Hold the posture without holding your breath. Inhale, concentrate on that intake breath. Empty the lungs and concentrate on that exhale breath. Two more breaths in the pose. Bend back into that front knee on the next inhale. Plant the this is your left hand to the block or to the earth. Okay? We use the opposite free hand on the opposite ribs to help guide ourselves into the twist from the torso. Trying to keep the twist in the torso, float the upper arm up. Try to keep wringing out that torso on the exhales. Good. One more inhale to be here. On the exhale, we thought about that free arm coming down so that the elbow touched the knee. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, shoulders come back to square, elbow comes down. 3 more in your own breath here. Don't let me rush you. Next time you're square here, 2 hands come down. Collect yourself to bring that back foot forward. Inhale, reach up, rise up. And then on the exhale breath, just bring the hands to heart center here if that works for your practice. Close the eyes to find balance. Okay, feet are under lungs, shoulders, down and back, ears over shoulders. If the arms up is not suiting you and they need to come down, just relax left and right. So appreciate the work that your body has done for you already here this morning. Float your eyes back to open if they were closed. Root into that right foot to bring that left knee back up. Okay, just a little bit of play here. As you come back to that external rotation, can we start to flirt with the idea that the leg could be a little bit longer on the inhale and come back down on the exhale. Inhale for length and exhale to bring her down. Let's just do one more of these. Inhale and exhale. Cool. Bring that knee back to forward. And release breath. Set her down. Let's root into that one. See how she feels on the other side. Again, your breath is taking you through this. Just don't rush. Take the breath to do the movement. And then as you come to balance here, whatever you need with your arms, again, is the inhale for length. And the exhale to shorten it. One more this side. Bring the knee forward on the inhale. And then set it down on the exhale. Okay, we're going to use that to add into our practice here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms left to right, like that big powerful T. Root into your right foot. Inhale for lift. Exhale. Stay in the external rotation. Find the inhale for length. The exhale to bend it. Bring it back to center. Exhale, step back to dart. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Good. And then exhale, frame the front foot. We're coming to plank. Blankety plank, plank. Push, push, push the earth away. Shoulder blades are coming away from each other, but the space between the shoulder blades is going up. Everything comes together against your spine to support it. And then you're stepping back to that plank position. Exhale, breath shift to downward facing dog. Knuckles of the big toes kiss each other as your left leg floats towards the sky. And then it comes forward with the idea that you're going to be a little bit like a pigeon. Plant the leg, bend the elbows a lot. Bring the chest down on that leg. And then push away on the exhale. Inhale with the leg, your down dog, and leg up. Exhale, come forward for your pigeon push-up. Your breath. Okay, next time you're in that three-legged dog, we'll change it a little bit here. So from the three-legged dog with the left leg lifted, we're going to shift to plank at the same time as that leg goes through to the opposite side. We're going to do our best to keep that leg longish. Bend the elbows a little bit here and push away. Two more. Cool. Fun stuff? Good. Start to bend into that left leg, but intend yourself back down all the way to the mat, sitting on the left bum, and then the right bum as well, as that long right leg comes forward a little bit. And your left foot is a little bit closer to center. So I'm now going to just shift so you can see you don't have to shift. That we're now sitting here with a shortened leg and a long leg. Blocks outside the short leg to post your arm. Inhale, you're up and over. Exhale, the pinwheel comes through the middle. Maybe the other block catches the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Your breath. The inhale is once you get there. The exhale is the pinwheel in the middle. Good, two more in your breath. Yeah? Slow it down.
dog like sun. Connect that hand with the outside edge of the leg, the foot. Something you can get a hold of there. Turning the chest towards the leg at the same time as you're folded forward. On your next inhale, rise back up there. Rise back up. Come back over towards this idea that the short leg side is towards the front of your mat. We're bringing two hands to the earth here. I'm going to tip my chest forward as I once more bend into those elbows and find the work in that free long leg to bring it behind me as much as I can. Inhale, it floats towards the side. Exhale, squeeze behind you. Inhale. Exhale. For two more. Good. This time, keep that long right leg behind you. Tip off of your butt so you can get back to plank. Right? From plank, downward facing dog. Just take a moment there to have a little walk in your dog. Right, left, the feet. Shift the hips from side to side. Whatever you need there. Okay? Find stillness and symmetry. Inhale, you're super, super tall up on the tippy toes, the balls of the feet. As your release breath arrives, bring all the feet forward. Take a halfway lift. Take a release breath to fold. Take a halfway lift on the inhale. And then unhinge the hips on the exhale. You're standing tall. Okay? Other side. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Arms stop at about that T shape. Good. Opposite leg on the inhale. Exhale into external rotation. Inhale, it gets longer. Release breath, it gets shorter. Inhale, it comes back to center. Exhale, sneak it behind you. You end up in dart. Good. Inhale, arms up. Shoulders up. Good. Exhale, frame the front foot. We're coming to plank. Shift to downward facing dog. Knuckles of the big toes beside each other. Okay. Your opposite leg on the inhale comes up. And then the idea of pigeon, but with a push up. All the way up on the inhale. Down on the exhale. Okay, two more here. Bring it back to the sky on the inhale. Good. A little bit more like the idea of a plank, but with that same leg over to the opposite side. Monitor your resistance here, bending elbows and pushing long on the exhale. We started to bend into that leg that's forward so we could sit on our bottom. Bring the back long leg forward a little bit, sitting on both butt cheeks. Tucking that knee, that heel comfortably close. Tipping towards the short leg first. Inhale, you're up and over. Keep the chest open. Exhale's the pinwheel. Inhale up and over. Exhale's the pinwheel. Your breath. 2 more full, which includes both sides for 1. Last set here, both sides. Staying towards the long leg. From the chest open, we closed it. Bringing that free hand to connect with the outside edge of the long leg. And then folding towards the long leg.
That's all you gotta do, just love. Love a place, love a time, love a day, love a feel, love a smile, just love. Won't you smile on your reason why?
On your next inhale, rise up away from the long leg. And we came back towards the idea that the front of the mat, the short edge at the front is the short front again. Plant the hands outside that shortened leg. Bend the elbows a fair bit. And then collect your butt muscles behind you. Inhale, the leg came out to the side. And exhale, it went all the way behind you. Inhale to the side. And exhale behind you. For 3 more breaths. Good. Next time that long leg is behind you, it's going to plant. So you can extract yourself through plank to downward facing dog. Good, you had a chance here to left, right the feet and walk your dog. So feel free to go ahead with that. Come to stillness and symmetry in the feet. Inhale, you're super tall up on the tippy toes, the balls of those feet. And as you start to exhale, the feet come forward, as many steps as you need. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale to fold. Again, halfway lift on the inhale, but this time as the exhale arrives, it's unhinging those hips. Reach up, rise up. Half mast. Good. Root into the left. Sorry, root into your right and allow the left to float up. Exhale, external rotation. This time we're going to add a little support from this free hand underneath that leg to find the length on the inhale. But pause. Hold the posture without holding your breath. Right? Allowing that standing leg to play all of its little tricks to help you stay balanced. Does it feel different if you think about your core and bring everything towards your spine? Good. One more inhale to be there. Good. Exhale. Come back to bend. Inhale, it comes forward. As you tip forward, you're still coming into dart. Okay, but this time as the shoulders and arms come up, turn the back foot parallel, short edge. Think about warrior 2. Shoulders are over hips. Okay. Shoulders are over hips. Front knee on top of ankle, squeezing into your right butt here to keep the knee wide. The inhale is a stay. The exhale is exalt. Lift the front arm, drop the back. Take another big inhale here. And then on the exhale, pinwheel. Arrive to your side angle. Inhale into the length. And exhale, bring you back. Inhale to stay. Exhale, exalt. Big inhale here. Exhale is transition. Good. Inhale, super long left side body here. Exhale brings you back. Just one more this time. And if you make your breath a little different than mine, that's okay. I do it a little different than some. Big inhale here. Hold this posture without holding your breath. See if you be unsupported slightly. Maybe unsupported a lot as you bring that right arm to long toward the side of your room. Good. Next inhale, unravel everything. You're back to warrior two. Exhale, frame the front foot, but bring the back foot to meet the front here. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. And then unhinge. Other side. Reach up. Half. Good. Root into your left foot. Inhale. External rotation. And then we use that same hand underneath for a bit of support. We came to length. And we held the length without holding the breath. Allowing that standing foot to work hard. Awareness to core. Coming towards the spine from all directions here. Good. One more inhale to be there. Exhale was bending the knee. Inhale was bringing the knee forward. Exhale was sneaking back. Shoulders shift for dart. Chest up, arms up. And then switching to warrior two on the exhale. Let's go right into it for this side. Inhale is a stay. Exhale is exalt. Inhale, there's more space on your left side body. Exhale's transition. Inhale, there's more space along your right side body. Exhale brings you back. Inhale to stay. Exhale, exalt. Inhale, more space along your left side body. Release breath brings you back. All the way, Siri, here. Inhale. Lengthen the right side body. Exhale brings you back. One more in your own breath. Whatever that looks like for you. We pause this time in the side angle. Maybe finding unsupported. Maybe lengthening that left arm. And one more inhale to be there. Exhale, unravel yourself. You're back to warrior two. Take a breath here. And then tumble forward. Frame the front foot. Lift the back heel. Bring the back foot forward. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. And then unhinge the hips, stand tall. Good. Last little bit of the work is maybe coming into that actual peak pose. This time, as you root into the right foot and bring the left knee up, do you want to connect your two fingers from the inside of the big toe to the outside of the big toe? Find external rotation, maybe lengthening. Holding the posture without holding the breath. Remember last time what we did, and again is still an option, is supporting from underneath. Okay? If that's not in your practice, you're here. And if that needs a little break, it's here. Tree. Multiple variations there. Find your posture of practice. Find the core can help these balanced poses by thinking about everything towards your spine. Good. One more inhale to be there. And then your exhale breath is your exit. Come back to 2 feet. Rotate that standing foot as needed. Huh? Good. Other side, reach up. Half mast with those arms. Root into the left foot, right knee lifts. Maybe peace fingers from inside of toe to outside of toe. External rotation. Length. Holding posture, not breath. If that wasn't suiting you, come back for support. Yeah. Come back unsupported. Or support in a different way by finding a gentle engagement between the foot and the standing leg. Squeezing into this glute for that external rotation. Everything towards your spine to support that. Good. One more inhale to be here, wherever your here is. And exhale on, rotate the standing foot. Both feet. Balls of feet, heels high, as the legs go left to right. Good. We use part of a flow to get back onto the earth. Reach up, rise up. This time, take your forward fold. And whatever you need with your hands for that. Take a halfway lift here. And this time as you exhale, come back to the idea that those feet can be fairly separated. Bending the knees a lot. You can drape down in between the legs. You could, if you felt inclined, to drop the booty and find Malasana. Your hips are pretty ready for that. Good. Either way, you're finding a couple more breaths. A couple more breaths. So whether you're draped down and forward here, or in Malasana here, let's sneak the knees behind us so that they find the mat. So with wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's lengthen the hands towards the front of your mat. Drop the booty back and down for more of a childlike pose. Take a little baby flow here in child's pose. As you round up to all fours, draw that right arm along the mat and then to the back behind you and up. Good. As you release your breath, drop your booty back down and keep this hand coming through that circle. It lands on top of the opposite hand as you put your bum back down. Good. Reach back up to almost all fours and the hand comes to the front of the mat and high. And then here we'll go to thread the needle. So bring that free hand under and across. Press into the standing hand, reach all the way up. And then as you release your breath, your hand goes to the back of your mat, along the edge of the mat, and arrives back to where it started. Other side. Left arm drags along the mat towards your feet and then the sky. Comes to the front of the mat and across on top of the opposite hand, sit down. Good, rise up, reach up. Thread the needle. Good, reach up, rise up. And then the hand goes toward your feet, drags along the side of the mat and re-arrives. Leave 2 hands down, rise up to all fours. Sneak your feet one way or the other so you can sit past them to find your bum. Good. Set yourself up for Shavasana success by bringing your booty to the middle of your mat so there's room for your head. And then you can either arrive down nice and slow with support from your hands, or you can challenge yourself one last little time here to come into a C-shaped spine. And then slowly control your once you've arrived, allow the knees to fall together. Widen the heels. Let the toes point towards each other. Not knee pigeon-toed. From here, lengthen the legs. Squeeze one butt cheek and then the other so your hips sway from side to side. And then settle yourself. You're ready for the final pose. This is your Shavasana. Tinkling away in the background here is a song that I had permission to use from my good friend Misty Tripoli by the lovely Freddie Ibsen. I'm going to allow it to play out here for the next, I think it's about 3.5 minutes. Just come back to your breath. As the breath flows in, you're acknowledging that inhale breath. And as the breath flows out, you're acknowledging your exhale breath. Inhale, you're thankful for breath coming in. Release breath, you're grateful for breath going out. These last few tinkles, the breath is deep enough to bring awareness into your fingers and toes. Waking up wrists, ankles, eyebrows and smiles. And whether you're ready for a long body, 2 arms overhead, I just woke up in the morning, stretch. Or you prefer more of a ball-shaped pose. It's something that's going to consume more of all of your parts and eventually manifest as a roll, typically arriving onto your right side, more fetal-like, with space for the heart to work on the left. Spend a few more breaths there, acknowledging that this fetal pose is your chance to feel like you've come full circle back to a beginning. So after the ending of our Shavasana, it's our beginning. What's your beginning look like for today? Take a moment here and picture yourself seated. Picture the movements that you might need to make in order to leave the earth and find that seat. And as your body and your mind is ready for that seat, you activate those motions, finding your version of Sukhasana,
Easy seat. If it's available for your practice, just leave the eyes closed down or tip the gaze lower. If it's available, the palms could touch at heart center. Succinctly in English, the divine light in me sees and bows to the divine light in you. In Sanskrit, there is one word, as you know it. Together we say, Namaste. Namaste, everybody.